responsible to justice. As a mother, I know all too well the depth of fear that all parents endure when their child is harmed. As a nurse, I am deeply grateful to Janae's father for his quick action, which likely saved her life, and I'm holding them in my thoughts and prayers. While the focus is and should remain on Janae Edmondson, we recognize some are seeking clarity about the defendant's past interactions with the criminal justice system. On 3 separate occasions, as recently as last month, my office requested the defendant's bond be revoked. The court either denied or ignored each of these requests. On December 12th, 2021, my office asked for a bond revocation. In other words, that he be taken into custody. And that request was denied by Judge Hettenbach. On August 10th, 2022, after Mr. Riley was taken into custody by a court, released again on his own personal recognizance against the state's wishes. Over the following months, Mr. Riley left his home multiple times in direct violation of his bond. In spite of this, the court modified the bond, allowing him to leave home for work against the state's objections. Just last month, my office requested a hearing to address Mr. Riley's bond, including numerous violations. The court has yet to respond to that request or schedule that hearing. There has been many news reports and political attention in the last 24 hours focused on whether my office could have done even more than what we did. In other words, even more than multiple requests for Mr. Riley to be taken into custody and for the court to hear our suggestions that, at the very least, he have tighter restrictions. While it is true my office could have done more, to say we did nothing is only disingenuous, but is willfully ignorant of the reality of our court system. My office cannot force a judge to revoke bond for a defendant. It is particularly frustrating that the willful ignorance has empowered the ongoing harassment of the hardworking men and women in my office. Who handle cases as well as any prosecutor would have done given the court's posture. In particular, the Assistant Circuit Attorney handling this case is a tireless advocate for the people of the city of St. Louis, and I condemn in the harshest terms the hate that has been directed to her personally, including her family. Before I take a few questions, I want to end at the beginning. Our focus is on the recovery of this young woman, Janae Edmondson, and on making sure that the individual actually responsible for what happened to her is held accountable. And while I understand that politics will always play a role, my office will return to focusing on the important work that the people of the city of St. Louis elected me.